naughty. This is the lake at the top there, which we now know is Lake du Dare.
Excuse me, do you speak English?
A little, yes.
Where's the water?
Water.
The water.
We've arrived at a museum for the village of Deur. I'm sure that's completely wrong. Village Museum du Deur. So I'm sure I've butchered that. On Google it says dogs are welcome on the lead, so we will see. It doesn't look quite as big as I thought, so I don't know how long we'll spend here. Some other buildings on the other side of the roundabout, not sure what those are. And this car park is just for the museum. A sign saying that you can't park here overnight, which is fine.
Where Monsieur Jules Rosier comes in, a resident of Newsmont aux Bois. He is told that soon, in place of his house, there will be 12 meters of water. But he's too attached to his home to leave it. However, the men in charge of the Lac du Dare project came to the villages and tried to convince the inhabitants, including Mr. Rosier, to leave their land. The men offered new, fully equipped houses to the inhabitants. However, Monsieur Rosier told them that his house suited him just fine. So the men from Paris offered him a new job and, above all, a pay slip with a handsome sum on it. Monsieur Rosier's family convinced him to accept the offer and move out. However, the owner wanted to keep a trace of his house. So he made a model of it and showed it to his friends. Amazed by his work, the other villages also wanted a model of their house or the village church. This is how the model you see before you came to be what it is today.
Oh, right. So
At the end of the model, you'll find some of the buildings on the village Musée du Dare site, including the Saint Jean-Baptiste Church in Newsmont aux Bois and the Dovecote. You'll also find Jules Rosier's house, the first model to be built. After looking at the model, discover the various playlets in the barn.
So basically,
This first sketch shows a Champagne household.
So basically this museum is about the building of the Lake du Dare, is how they said it. the lake was built to take the flood water.
Oak.
What?
Means oak in Celtic.
Yep. but it was built to take the flood water and then released in the summer back into the big rivers. But it links into, was it the Main and the Seine? And it's 10 kilometres. So these are the buildings that are now underwater, or were lost underwater when they built it. They are very good. It's a lovely day. It's about 12 degrees. It's just pleasantly warm actually, and there's hardly anyone here. We've seen another couple. It's really quite nice to look around. So you scan a QR code and you can listen to the explanation in English on your phone as you go around. The only problem is I somehow closed it by accident, thinking I was just switching off that particular number. Now I've lost it. Oh, there are some more. I might try and do it again. This could be seen as rude, but I am going to play this. Just going to play this.
Continuing on your way, you'll come across the educational pond and observation area. You may be lucky enough to spot some frogs.
Say that again to you. So, naughty. There might be somebody of them. Oh, did you see that one?
I haven't seen any.
That was on camera.
There.
Where?
Oh, she's on that island. You see them? And there's on that, they're all on this island.
Oh, there were several. Oh, look at them. There's about 5 or 6 of them
And
there.
on the one behind you. There's one's on the one behind you.
Oh, they blend in so well, don't they?
How do you see all of those? How come they're over here?
I've not seen so many together.
Sit are called desks. Pupils sat at these desks to work, writing with ink and pen. The teacher's desk was raised to give him a better view of the pupils and to ensure discipline during the school day. As for the students' and teachers' dress, all walls...
It's the mayor's office. And the post office. There's a beehive. So I thought we could hear some bees. When we get too close to that. So it's just lovely that you can bring the dogs here. It's so calm and peaceful. And apart from the couple I saw as we came in, there's literally no one here. No wonder they saved these from being flooded, because they're beautiful buildings.
In fact, depending on the building, a loft could house hundreds of pigeons. Like all animals, pigeons excrete excrement, but they don't go outside to relieve themselves. No, they prefer to stay inside the building, and so a layer of excrement ends up on the first floor sun, and on Thursday afternoons, children who didn't have school to attend would come along with their clogs on their feet to trample the droppings into powder. A thick fog hung over the forest, casting doubt on the appearance of witches, werewolves and other creatures of all kinds. It's easy to see why this forest frightened the people who lived around it. One day, monks arrived in the area. They wanted to exploit the forest's large trees to build churches and cathedrals. So they hired lumberjacks to come and exploit the forest. However, these lumberjacks needed houses as close to the forest as possible in order to work. Elsewhere, houses were built of stone. Here you are in front of the shepherd's wagon. Yes, this is the ancestor of the motorhome. The caravan was used by the shepherd to keep track of his flock.
Just having a wander around the local village. Thought the rear creperie might be open, but it looks deserted. Everywhere looks deserted. Oh, is that? Oh, they're all having lunch, aren't they? Well, we have got a baguette, so we could go back. Pickle. Possible to walk with Pickle. Not having the brakes on all the time. So everywhere is so quiet. You say it's lunchtime, but it's quiet all the time.
After 150 metres, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, Rue de Port, then turn left. Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, then turn left. Turn left, then you have reached your destination. It is on your right.
Well, I was hoping because it looked more touristy, there might be bits and pieces open. It's a petrol station, isn't it?
After 80 metres, turn right, then you have reached your destination. It is on your right.
Making me out this. Overly big spaces. Not overly big spaces, are they? That's a longer one.
They're quite nice, aren't they?
Oh, that's definitely English. Oh, this is
Excuse me, do you speak English?
A little, yes.
Where's the water?
water.
The water. If you go out
Oh,
on your right side.
okay. So we're going to go
Actually,
back
through
out.
Oh.
the barriers.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, we'd never have found it.
No, which will be last. So bizarrely, the services for this camping car are on the outside. So we went in, we asked, and we had to come back outside, and then Took 3 attempts to actually get it to work. So I thought you just tapped it and pressed the tap. That didn't work. And I tried it again, pressed it, and it came up, use tap 1. I was trying tap 2. So I've actually tapped that 3 times. I'm hoping it doesn't charge me 3 times. We'll see. So, emptying some waste as well. And the toilet emptying is there as well. So, do it on the way out or do it on the way in. If we'd known, because we've come down here, it would have been easier just to drive in here. But then it's not that easy to drive round at the end, because it would be tempting just to go up and in, but this is a roundabout, so if I had driven in this way, you've got to go round and back, so a little bit odd, but at least we've got water finally. Where are we up to? Where? 38% pickle. Oh. Something on your nose. Smelling the fresh air. Stay. So the sun is out. It's really quite warm in the sun. And like everybody else is tending to do, is sitting outside. I've just had lunch. There's a number of vans around. I think this is somewhere people come for the water sports, etc. But we're just going to have a chilled afternoon. We've parked next to a path, so our door opens onto it and we're not invading other people's privacy. And then this is the lake at the top there, which we now know is Lake du Dare. It's improving. Still butchering it, but that's how they say it. Du Dare. I was right, isn't it? Du Dare?
Pardon?
Is it Lake du Dare? You don't know, do you? Typical English. We just had a cup of tea and some very nice Yorkshire crisps.
That were in a hamper.
Because we're posh.
We had them in a hamper.
Oh, they were in a hamper as a present. So we've arrived here, which is next to Lake du Dare. Camping car site. There's at least 2 on this lake, and this one has got about 13 vans already on it. It says it takes about 48, but I can't see how you fit 48 on there. It also says it takes up to 9 metre long motorhomes, and ours is 7.5 and only just fitting on, and the other side is much shorter, isn't it, Rachel? So yeah, if you've got a long motorhome, you're going to squeeze to get in there, I think. Anyway, so it's next to a casino that we're not going to go in.
We've got all pictures outside of Jamie Bond and things.
Yeah, I mean the pictures show sort of the typical sort of slot machine type casino, but there's various other things up here as well. There's a tourist office.
That's huge.
There's various restaurants, and I think we're near a marina.
Yeah,
What does it say on there?
There's a beach.
Yeah, well it says port
And a beach.
and a beach. So certainly looks a good place to cycle. We've seen lots of people cycling along the top. Because we're down below the edge of the lake, we can see people cycling on the top. It is one of the largest man-made lakes in Europe, 10 kilometres long, 5 kilometres wide, and as we probably said when we were looking around the village museum, dug to take the flood water in the winter and then they release it back out in the summer. So here's one of the restaurants, cafes. Oh, they've got crepes. So there's various bars, including a champagne bar behind us where those people are sitting, and various eateries of burgers and sandwiches and all sorts of things, even fish and chips. So that way you can see them cycling along the, it looks like the top of a dam, and along there is the campsite. Nice play area, and yachts over in the marina at that point. Right, let's go. It's a very steep bridge to go up. This is where you need a sprocket to pull you up. Permission to pull. Well, she needs permission because that's all she's doing at the moment.
I don't think there's strong enough to hold us.
Shall we see if it bounces? No. Silhouetted. There's some behind you. Oh, you won't like this. Hang on. Yeah. We've come to a sudden stop. Well, let's do a cross. Dogs. Oh, she's going. She's going. Steady. Good girl. Why didn't you do that in the Netherlands, where I had to carry you across about 400 foot of that? Good girl, Pickle.
Right, good girl, wifey.
Good girl, wifey.
I didn't like that.
It was like she stopped and then she just went, no, I'm going for it. This camping car site we're on, it looks very nice, it's clean. The electric was a little bit confusing to sort out. A chap next to me was from Belgium and he helped me sort it out because I plugged it in, waved my card over it, it beeped but didn't do anything. I did it several times, then apparently, which I couldn't understand from the text, it tells you which socket to put it in, so I'd had the electric in the wrong socket. As soon as I swapped it over, it was fine. As I say, the annoying thing is that the water is on the outside, so having driven through the barriers, turn around at the end, which was a little bit narrow, especially when if it's packed. Had to drive back out to get water and do all the facilities.
But then you've done that on English campsites.
Oh yeah, well yes, well yes, we have done that on club sites, I suppose. Would be nice to know that in advance. It's also a little bit difficult the way it's sited on the one-way roundabout sort of bit that's there. But otherwise the pitches are quite large. We've parked next to a path, so our door opens onto the path, which is a bit more sociable for us. It's nice, isn't it? I'd certainly stop at this one again, and it actually feels like you could stay here several days.
Oh yeah.
With no
If we
problem.
hadn't drank wine at lunchtime, we'd have been out here earlier.
I sent Rachel to buy a baguette and some black bin liners at Leclerc's at Epinay. She came out with, was it 4 or 5 bottles of wine? And we had to drink one of those, of course, to lighten the load, and then we slept most of the afternoon. Oh, this is nice. So looking across the lake from here, we can see one of the churches on the edge of the lake. And of course, what we learnt earlier today is underneath the lake there are 3 villages that were destroyed as they flooded it, and some of the buildings, like the church that we saw earlier, were removed from here and moved to where the museum is. Just coming back up to the bridge the other way, and you can see how steep it is to walk over. Oh, they're getting brave. Why didn't she do that in Holland?
She was an only dog.
I had to carry her.
Chris.
You killed me.
She was an only dog.
Yeah. They're sort of decent sized pictures, aren't they?
Yeah.
Width-wise. But length-wise, well, there's a 7.5 just fitted on the other side, but he's sticking out in the road. Yeah, I suppose they are fitting on because they've got the overhang. And I suppose they're not directly. Well, no, there is one. See, if someone goes in opposite me, I'm scuppered getting out. It's the morning after. There was a little bit of noise about 11 o'clock as people were going away from the casino behind us, but not too bad. And this morning, lovely sunny morning again, but there's a little bit of a wind and slight disappointment because we thought we'd take the dogs for a walk and maybe have a crepe at those little restaurants up there, but they're not open. Other people are looking in there as well, but they're not open, and it's 10 o'clock, so that one's failed. So we're going to go back and have pain au chocolat in the van. It's a very good site. We'd come here again, certainly.
I think you could be longer and have longer walks.
Yes. And well, there was also, at the moment it's cheap. I don't know if it goes up. I think it might go up a little bit, but it's about, well, it's in between £10, £12 I think at the moment per night. It's not bad, including the electric. Just outside.